Hello everyone and welcome back to Always Watching. Today I'm continuing my coverage of the Tribeca Film Festival with the movie Recreation. Briefly, Recreation explores the murder of French filmmaker Sophie Toscan in 1996 through a fictitious trial to assess the validity of the evidence against Ian Bailey, a British journalist long suspected of the crime. The film closely mirrors the 1957 classic 12 Angry Men, and I strongly recommend you watch both films. In 12 Angry Men, we never actually see the accused. The entire film takes place in the jury room. Through each character, the film unpacks the case, revealing how our personal experiences, either consciously or unconsciously, affect our judgment. Recreation uses the same structure as 12 Angry Men to unpack and question the evidence against Ian Bailey. It also takes it a step further by determining that Ian Bailey is likely innocent. Whereas in 12 Angry Men, the film was entertaining, the audience really has no stake in it. Recreation is more triggering because it's based on a true story, and the prime suspect is the type of person you want to see behind bars. Depending on your familiarity with the case, this movie can be incredibly triggering. The difference between Recreation and 12 Angry Men is when you leave this film, you will want to watch documentaries. You will want to conduct your own research or re-examine whatever information you have in order to come to a conclusion. The film is a blend of genres. In part, it's a true crime, and in part, it's this drama. The photos, the videos, everything we are being presented with is based on the actual case. But then it's also fictitious, as you have each of these characters with their own personal stories. We are presented with 12 individuals split evenly between men and women. The movie uses these characters, similar to 12 Angry Men, to unpack and examine the evidence, and also unpack how our own bias as audience members make it very difficult to accept the point of view this film is presenting. I think using this model to examine a real case makes it a more immersive experience for the audience because it's very easy for people to identify with a certain jury member. And some jury members may resonate with you more than others depending on your own biases. The way in which we're able to identify with certain jury members really show how it's impossible to be objective. The whole point of being a part of the jury is that you only look at the facts and you try to remain as neutral as possible, but everything is personal, and whether or not we're aware of it, we do make decisions based on our own personal experiences. The film begins with a sense of disorder because each jury member has their own doubts, but they're too afraid to voice it. But as the movie goes on and the more they talk about it and the more they discuss the case, the more synchronicity and the more harmony they're able to find. Overall, I highly recommend this film. Again, the idea of using this model in 12 Angry Men or of a typical courtroom drama to analyze a real case is really fascinating because as an audience member, you are required to become a more active participant. And I also felt like the way this film presented the evidence, they were very careful to present the facts as they are and let the audience determine what they want to believe or come up with whatever questions they may have and try to answer it on their own. If you didn't know about this case, you would want to leave and learn more. And if you already felt like you were familiar, this film will have you re-examining what you think you know. And so overall, I highly recommend. If you are at the festival, try to catch it. If not, please look out for it on demand. And until next time.